morning or afternoon even. We are getting ready to go through the Harecastle Tunnel. So I'm trying to untie and hold the rope at the same time and hold the GoPro. Well, let's not worry about that. There's a BOAT coming, one just gone past, so I'm not quite sure what that means. Might mean we're all going through the tunnel. Remember to get the fenders up, don't want to rip them off in the tunnel. Get the centre line while these boats go past. We are, ladies and gentlemen, ready to rock and roll. Right, let's adjust this. It's a bit pointing downwards. Oh, it's a bit okay, we're on a rock and roll. See what time it is. One o'clock exactly. We're going through the tunnel at 2. Take a picture of the mileage. I forgot to started recording the hours between each journey for the sake of nothing better to do. I've not forgotten to do it at all, actually. So yeah, we're on our way. Okay, boys and girls, we're on our way, heading towards the tunnel. The first obstacle we have to negotiate is this left-hand bend. Canal goes sharply off to the left, so let's try and negotiate that. So yes, heading towards the tunnel. Booked to go through at 2 o'clock. I think they allow 8 per booking, and when I booked I was the 7th, and I think Moon Shadow was the 8th. So at that time there was only 2 of us going through. Obviously another 6 boats could have booked since then, and like I say, just being passed by 2, they may be heading towards the tunnel. There ain't that much room on the landings, so let's see. So I want to get there nice and early. I think it should take about 20-30 minutes to get there. Got a right hand turn to do at the junction, which is normally not too difficult. So I will try and video that for you, and we'll go from there. So here is the junction. So I will keep it tight to the, you can hear a horn, so just sat there waiting. Mr. Moon Shadow, he must have passed me without noticing. So this is Hardingswood Junction. Onto the Maccelsfield Canal. I might say a word off it now. And Timbo. Two boats will just pass me. I'll wait to go through the tunnel. I'll squeeze into the back and Moon Shadow. If he comes down now, he might have to double more on me. That's not a problem. Very much, mate. See you on the way back. So this is a pretty straight tunnel compared to Preston Brook and the likes of that. There'll be no ventilation shafts because they use extractor fans. So when they turn the fans on shortly, you'll hear deafening. So no down shafts where you get the sunlight streaming through, but this tunnel does get considerably lower in the middle due to subsidence, and it will drop and it'll get fairly low. I shouldn't have to duck down too much, but I will try and keep it central to the tunnel. Otherwise I may lose my chimney and I don't want to do that. So people seem to be fairly scared of this tunnel, but I actually think it's quite reasonable to do. It's just long, that's all. Well, there's nothing to really worry about. I would imagine standard tunnel is a lot more difficult. I will probably never get to do that, but yeah, this is a relatively easy tunnel, I think. So I'm going to stop dazzling myself now with the proper low now, to the point where I'm ducking down. I don't think my head would hit the roof, but I don't want to take the chance of getting knocked out, thrown off the back of the boat. I do sometimes when I'm coming through tunnels shut my back doors so that I'm stood inside the cockpit, but I've left them open today because I've got the engine room light on, and that can act as a rear light if you like. I keep saying I'm going to buy a red light to point backwards, but like many things, I ain't quite got around to it yet. So yeah, open a massive trippy bit now as well, so prepare to get drip hose on. This comes. I'll put my head down a little bit. Yeah, go right up in there. So I think we might be getting close to the end now because I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't normally see the light at the end of the tunnel on this one because they shut the doors on you. So they must have opened the doors from the two boats in front now. So I don't think I can be far from the end of the tunnel. Quite difficult to drive through a tunnel when you're dazzling yourself with a torch. But it means you can see my pretty face. And I'm gone. So the end is in. I wonder why I can't see the end on the screen. It's because the camera facing the wrong way. I'll turn it around. There we go. So the end is in sight. There's the doorway. They've left it open now. Yeah, we're nearly at the end.
Waiting for another year. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken.
So the tunnel keepers at Harecastle have just told us there's a stoppage at lock 35, Trentham Lock. It's on the other side of Stoke. Well, basically I think it's the last lock before Meatford. So I'm going to just try and pull up at Longport. Longport's a funny place because basically you get there and it's full and you're stuffed. But we have no choice. I got a feeling looking at all those boats waiting to go through the tunnel there that it might be fairly empty actually. So let's take a punt and let's go for it. Moonshadow couldn't be that far behind me. He should have just come out of the tunnel by now. So yeah, southward bound. Let's hope Trentham Lock's just a small stoppage and they get it fixed for tomorrow, because that's when I want to go through it tomorrow. So yeah, these things happen, I'm afraid, on a 200-300-year-old network. It's going to happen.
Worth your time, threw my heart away. We won't see another day. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken.
I was watching a minimalist video yesterday. They were talking about SD card memory failures, but I'm glad to know that I'm not the only GoPro user who has those, and they are a pain in the neck because you miss so much sometimes, because by the time the camera's decided to stop farting about, it's gone. So yeah, glad I'm not the only one.
Don't call me up when you're feeling blue. You'll find me dancing.
It's dark in here. Oh, what's going on? Stuck. Usha, Usa. Hello, my girl. Hello. Come here, my pudding. Oh, get your leg out. What are you doing? Look at us. Like a bloody maniac. Are you?
Right, we've just had a quick look on the CRT website, and lock 35 Trentham Lock, which is the bottom lock just before you get to Barlaston. Yeah, they are having problems with one of the bottom paddles, but they are going to fix it on Friday. It's now Wednesday, but they're going to be having staff on site tomorrow to assist people going through between 10 and 3. So if we leave here around about 9, half 9, we should be there for around about dinner time. So yeah, Only lot that really gives me any grief on this particular section is Etruria top lock, but that's the first lock we come to, and I should be with Moonshadow, so he can put me through it. I'll stay on the boat, and then everything else I shouldn't have a problem with. So yeah, happy days. We are motoring. We're not held up too much, and hopefully should be in Stone by the weekend. Super duper. Say goodbye, Sam. You not saying goodbye? You fast asleep? Do you want to go out for a wee wee? Want to go out? Go on then. Oh, bloody hell. She's up there when I said you want to go out. Right, I'm taking the hound out.